Hey guys! So today I wanted to just play a little Geoguessr. I found this map called An Extraordinary World. I think it's supposed to be just kind of cool or pretty maps. I think it's pretty hard, but I think it would be kind of cozy to play because all the maps are going to be pretty, so let's get into it. I'll make this a challenge. I don't know if anyone cares, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, so we're definitely in the desert. What's this down here? It looks like it's probably garbage, but it looks like you could like make a sandcastle out of it or something. This is definitely very interesting. Like, this is English here, right? This is like German. This is clearly Arabic. That's very interesting. I wonder why there's German there. I don't know of any countries that would have Arabic that would also have German. I think I'm gonna go with like Tunisia, I think is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I wasn't too far off there. I mean, still pretty far off because these countries are big. This makes it seem like we're in the middle of a city, but it really didn't seem that way in the photosphere. This is cool, we're right on the train track. Somewhere in India, probably. Yeah, I think so, based on the English plus this language here. This doesn't look like Tamil or this kind of language, so I think we're further north. Maybe up here somewhere. I wonder if I could find a train track. I think there's a lot of trains, so maybe that's not helpful even if I did find one. It is a really cool spot though. Wow, we were that close to the mountains. I guess you just couldn't see them because of all the trees near where we were, but I feel like, I mean, it's not that close, but I feel like you'd still see it in the distance from here. We were in Jawali at this train station here. Wow, you really have to zoom in far to see railroad tracks. Like, I wouldn't really notice it from this far away. Okay. This is a cool location. That's pretty cool. I feel like this is like a research station in the Arctic. I mean, we could be not in the Arctic, but this just kind of gives me the vibe of like scientists live here and or something, you know? And I mean, this is crazy. Look, we can see the shadow of the person taking the picture of Hernan Gabriel Rodriguez. I wonder if that gives us a hint that we're like in, you know, Chile or something like that in South America. We definitely could be. I'm gonna look at that. Maybe like pretty far down. I'm just gonna guess somewhere in here. Yeah. Okay, so we really were in Antarctica, so I guess it was a research station. I guess I wasn't confident enough in that thought process to really go for Antarctica. I thought maybe that would be a silly guess, but wow. I didn't even know, I kind of always imagined Antarctica being pretty flat. Like I didn't know there was big mountains like that. But I guess I've only really seen pictures of the eastern part of Antarctica. I like this person's hair that you can kind of see. My immediate thought here is that this is like Vancouver. I don't know if that's true, but there is a path along the water in Vancouver, but I don't think this is that. Probably. Does he look like he's from Vancouver? Maybe. Yeah, I think I might just guess that because I don't have a lot to go off of. Although, I think the architecture is wrong. Oh, that's Australia, or is it New Zealand? I think that's Australia, and New Zealand's the one with the red stars. Maybe. Okay, so are we in like Sydney? We're not wherever the Opera House is, but we could be in one of these bays. What are our other options? We could be in Melbourne. We could definitely be in Melbourne. This feels like possible. What direction are we facing? That the city is kind of to the south, I think. I guess it's hard to tell which way is the ocean. I think the ocean's this way, like over there. So the ocean's to the north. Does that make sense? No, not Brisbane. I think... Okay, could we be in New Zealand? I feel like this is kind of the only big city. That might be totally wrong. I'm so sorry if that's wrong. Oh, we really could be. Like, you could be... This is a road though, right? Yeah. I don't think people are running on this. Maybe over here. Oh, Auckland is the big city. I was wrong. This doesn't really seem right though. I feel like we're more likely in Australia. And I think that flag is Australian. I'm gonna guess Sydney. I feel like it makes more sense. These boats are really big. This boat's really big. So I don't think we can be somewhere where there's like a small river that leads in. I think it has to be big enough for a big boat to get in. So I'm gonna say that we're here, like, I don't know, here. Like, that doesn't really line up. Maybe we're here on the Woolooware Bay Shared Pathway. That's what I'm gonna guess. Okay, so I would have been closer up here, but I did have the right city. Oh, yeah, I really should have seen this, all these trails. Okay, so we're inside for this one. Okay. This is gonna be hard because we're in a museum. Okay, well this helps. I was gonna say that this stuff has some Chinese lettering, but it's possible you could be in a museum not in China and have these types of things if it's a museum specifically about, you know, Chinese history or something like that. But yeah, I think we're in China, but I mean, there's no way I'm gonna be able to find where we are because I have no idea what these things are. It's a little bit blurry too, so I guess I'm just gonna kind of pick somewhere like, wow, Beijing is really far up there. I feel like I just haven't spent a lot of time looking at a map of China. I'm gonna pick Shanghai, you know? You know, I thought about picking Hong Kong, which was also wrong, but would have been a lot closer. So we're right by this ancient city. So probably that's why that museum's there, and I bet if you could read some of that lettering, you might be able to have known that. Although maybe we were in this bookstore. I don't think that was a bookstore that we were in, because definitely looked like a museum. Okay, that's not the worst, but maybe we can probably do better. So let's play another game. Wow, that's crazy. So immediately I'm thinking we're in Nepal because they always have these kind of flag things. I'm not sure what they mean. I also see, I think that's the Nepalese flag right there. So yeah, we're definitely in Nepal. I forget the name of the mountain range there, but you know which one I mean. The one with Everest in it. And this is definitely a really cool spot. We're probably not on Everest, but like somewhere near there. Will this tell me the name of the mountain range? Probably not. I just have to know. I just have to always be wrong. Maybe we're here. There's a lot of peaks here. It could be like in here. I'm gonna say that we're here. That's what I'm gonna guess. I don't even know where Everest is. Oh, right on the border. I guess it is the border. That's crazy. Alright, there's my guess. Ooh, that's crazy. I was so close. I guessed over here at Gangapurna and Annapurna 3, and we were over by Tillotso Peak and Tillotso Himal. You know what's interesting? I mean, it didn't really look like there was a lake there. There was like a little bit of water, but I purposely didn't pick anywhere by a lake like this because I didn't really think there was enough water, but I guess I was wrong there. And I guess all those people got here from this trail probably. Okay, looks like we're in Europe here. Maybe in the Alps this time. Like this could be Switzerland or Austria or that kind of area. It also looks a little to me like Andorra, but I don't think that it is. Like we could be like over here. But we also could be like over here. You know, I think I'm gonna go with my gut. I mean, this one's pretty big, but I feel like these aren't big enough to be the Alps. We're on a river, maybe that can help me. Okay, there's definitely no river in Andorra. Yeah, I'm not seeing a river over here, so maybe we need to go look at the Alps. I mean, there's that's huge though. It's not this. This highway that we're on goes over this water, so it can't be these big lakes here. I'm looking for a smaller kind of river. Oh, there's a river. We go kind of right across it. Could we be like here? No, I don't think so. Yeah, this highway is looking pretty parallel, and I want something that is perpendicular to the river. Could we be like here? I don't think so, but it's what I'm gonna guess. Okay, I was a lot closer in Switzerland, but I couldn't find the river. And there it is. Right, that makes sense. I don't think I was so far off. I mean, I was far off distance-wise, but with the size of the town here, it does look pretty similar to the size of this town here, which is what we were seeing from the river, although I'm pretty sure where I picked, there's like a castle here. Yeah, so I would have been able to see that, so that was silly of me. Wow. It's a lot of garbage. Unfortunate. Oh, what's that? Is that a goat? The goats are picking through the garbage. Oh, there's so many. Oh, these are sheep though, I think. Sheep and goats. This is very small, but it looks like a flag. And this is not Spanish. So I think actually what I'm gonna say, just based on the fact that this might be a flag and that I know it's not Spanish, I think I'm gonna guess Turkey. I don't know where there's like hills, and I mean these are some hills here. Maybe we're in this city. I don't see any water at all, so probably not there. Facing the south, I don't see water, and facing north, I'm right up on a hill. I don't think it's that. That seems a bit too big as well. This road can't be one of these yellow roads, right? I don't think so. I think it has to be something a little smaller like that. I don't think that's where we are, but it's hard. I'm not trying to get anything perfect because I don't think that's possible, but every time I find a guess that like I already know it's not right, it's just like I don't want to pick it if I know it's not right, but then I end up looking forever. I'm just gonna pick this, the town of Moose over here, and hope for the best. I think we're actually probably a lot further west, but it's really hard to tell. So, okay, I actually wasn't very far off at all. We were in Mardin, which is actually decently bigger than I thought we were in. The saturation on this is crazy. Wow, it's almost hard to look at. I mean, I'm never gonna figure out where we are. My thought is like that we're in the US. Like maybe Hawaii? But I don't know. And it's gonna be really hard to know because there's not a lot to go off of. This doesn't really look like the ocean to me though. It's kind of giving lake vibes or maybe like a sea. So maybe we're in like the Mediterranean. I'm hung up on all these pickup trucks. And we have like American style plates. I mean, it's not just the US that has that, but it's not European. I don't feel like we have a lot of options here. Could it be Australia? Potentially. But I think I'm just gonna guess Hawaii and just get 0 points because if it's not Hawaii, I'll be so far from everything else. That's fine though, whatever. Maybe we're like there. I don't... This is too big of a volcano for that. Maybe we're like here. Yeah, I don't think this is right. There's not enough little islands for this to make sense. Do I guess it anyway? I think I do. Yeah. I did consider Australia, but I just didn't think it looked like that. I think also the saturation was really getting to me. Right, we got a nice lake here. I'm assuming this is a lake. We got a nice group of lads taking a photo. I guess the person taking this photosphere, they were like posing for it. This is hard to say where we are. We have these kind of northern pine trees. This looks like kind of like a campsite area, like there's lots of cars, people just drove in, but then this building is throwing me off a little bit. And this looks like a taxi that someone drove to this campground. Oh, I really don't know. Just based on like the bicycles and things, I almost want to say it's like India, but I don't know of anywhere in India that would look like this. This looks kind of Muslim. Maybe we're in Pakistan? This lake doesn't look like there's any... Maybe over here. It doesn't really look like there's rivers flowing into it. Down there probably, yes. We have this thing up here, which I'm like, oh, maybe it's this. But I think that's probably silly of me. I think I'm gonna guess it, and we'll see. Alright. Quite far away. Just a lake kind of in the middle of nowhere near some campgrounds, which makes sense because that's kind of the vibe I was getting from that with all the cars and everything. So that was actually in Syria. I didn't realize how weird the borders were here, where it kind of goes like out to let Lebanon in. Alright, well, I was doing pretty well, but then the last 2 rounds I did quite badly, so I ended up doing worse than the first round. The first round I did quite well. which was what, this one? Yeah, this one I did very well. The second one, I almost picked somewhere around here in Switzerland, and then I switched it because I couldn't find the right river. But this one was okay. I feel like my guess was reasonable. And the Turkey one was crazy, but after that it just fell off the rails. My Hawaii guess was horrible, and then just couldn't get this Syria guess. I had no idea where to pick for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this map's pretty fun. It's hard, so I feel like there's no worry about getting it right, at least for me, because I'm not very good at the game. And since it's just a photosphere and there's no moving, you basically just kind of look around at the scenery and enjoy it and get to see cool places and countries that maybe you would never look at. So that's all for me. Bye.